In this video, I'm going to be going over with you the experience requirement fields that it's going to be asking you on the application. So let's get started. So keep in mind, once again, if you had put in that you had a bachelor's degree, hopefully you watched the previous video when we actually started the application. And above, you're going to get 30. It's going to show you, hey, you got to input 36 months. If you showed that you have 60, if you showed you had anything under that, it's going to tell you 60 months. So once you click next on that screen from the previous video, this is what it shows you. It's going to show you a part here that's going to bring up the whole experience thing. Now, we haven't inputted any experience, but I do want to go over the fields with you. And then I have a little Excel sheet, little treat for you guys that I made, that I give to all my students that makes this a lot easier. So the first thing it's going to ask you is the project title. Now, the project title is something that you give it. It doesn't have to be anything specific. You make this up. Something to help you know what this project is about. The network install, the financial application creation, paint the room, build the building. Whatever it is, just name it. Call it, there's no specific names here. Just make sure you name it correctly. The next thing you have is the organization, self-explanatory, right? You put the name of the company that you were working with. Now, the other thing here is job title. So remember something, your job title does not have to be project manager. Your job title could have been business analyst. It could have been network administrator, security manager, any type of departmental manager, any type of administrator. Almost any job follows some type of project management or have project management duties. So just put your actual job title in there. The next thing it's going to ask you is your functional reporting area. So what exactly are you working in? IT, marketing, research and development, you would select that. Then it's going to ask you your organization's primary focus. So what exactly is your organization? Are they in aerospace? Are they in the armed forces? Are they consulting? Education, information technology, and so on. Then it's going to ask you your approach to the project. Now remember, we covered in this course traditional, there's hybrid, there is agile, and that's the choices you have here. So you got to select which one it was. So maybe the whole thing was a traditional project, maybe the whole thing was an agile. Hybrid is maybe you had some traditional methods to roll out the software, but you developed the software in agile, so you put hybrid. How big was your team? You're going to have to put that in here. By the way, I do like the part where they do have the part that says, you can put other, or you could say, you could put other. I know, and I'm pointing this out because you notice right here, it does says classified. So if you do have projects where you can't give away information, you're going to just put classified. Project budget in here, you got to put up to $1 million, and then you have lots of different numbers. Or if you don't want to give that information out, you could just say classified. Okay, and then the project dates. Now, this is what I want to talk to you guys about. Project dates. So you're going to have to put in when the project started. January, let's say January 2020 to let's say June 2020. So it's over a 6-month project. So you could just put that in there. Again, pretty self-explanatory. But if the project is in progress, you can just check this box and it would just lock it. And it's going to know based on the months that you put in from the start date, it'll calculate it to the current date. And then finally, you have the project description. Let me make this bigger. I should have done this earlier. And then finally, the project descriptions, where we have to write a decently large description. Try to keep it between 200 and 500 word description of all of these things. And we'll do that in another video. Okay, this is the part that I know a lot of you guys want me to go over. Keep that for another video. I already wrote one. I'm going to go over it with you. It's not that difficult. I keep telling you guys that. Okay, so you would write it in. You would click Save Experience, and you are done. By the way, notice as I'm typing it, it starts to tell me how much word, but it does say you must be at least 100 words. You got to at least get 100 words in there. And it's generally between 200 to 500 when it's done. Okay, so this is the application experience. Now, I did tell you I have an Excel sheet. With this, that's going to make this a lot easier. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to show you guys this Excel sheet. I would attach this to the video. And This Excel sheet just helps you to get your thought process before you go back into the application and start adding things, right? This is something you're going to think about. Think about, what am I going to be adding to this application? So like, look, I have network upgrade project started this day to this day. Now, it's not calculated in months. I know you Excel whizzes out there can make this thing calculate months by itself. I didn't do that. If you're an Excel math whiz and you could do that, put it in, make it easy for yourself. The company name. Now, remember, the methods were traditional, hybrid, and agile. Team size I have in here, it was $1 million project. So I'm going to pull one out. So let's say we did a project of paint office. I love painting projects. How long was this project? Well, it started on 1/20. Now, I put the date in exact in the previous one, but you don't have to. They just want month and year. So we'll put 18 to, let's say, March 2018. How long can a paint project go on? This year. Now, again, I didn't put the calculation. Maybe you could say 3 months. Did it for my company, TIA. I don't think you could do a paint project in Agile, but we'll put traditional. Team size was 3 people. Notice in that field it says up to $1 million. So I'm just going to how much was the paint project? $20,000 we spent. The contact name. Now, I do want to point out something about this contact name. We'll put Mark Peterson again, whoever that is, somebody I made up. Just calculate the months. Hey, I know I got 15. I'm going to need some more. What is that? 35 hours and 20 hours more to go. 20 more months, I should say, to go. So this contact is important. And here's why I have a contact here, but you notice it's not in the application. You see, by the way, I'm going to be sharing this in the video with you. You can download this Excel sheet, get your thought process, put it together. If you're audited, you're going to have to go and get a signature by someone. So when you are listing these projects, keep in mind, who in that company can I go back to and get a signature from to validate that I did the work? It's all fine and dandy that, you know what, you did the project, but do I know that you actually did the project? I don't know that. If I'm PMI, I don't know that. So if PMI audits you, you're going to have to get a signature from Mark Peterson or whoever it is that works at that company that validated your project. Okay, and finally, I want to talk about something about overlapping projects. What is this? Overlapping projects is when you have 2 projects happening at the same time. Now, you're going to have to, the application does it for you. If you're using my Excel sheet, you're going to have to calculate this yourself. So an overlapping project is, let's say you were doing a project from January to March, but then you started another project in March and you did it from March to May. So how many months is the project? These 2 projects. In theory, it's 5 months. January, February, March, April, May. It's 5 months. It will not count it as 6 months. You had 2 3-month projects where 1 month is overlap. It's only give you 5. It's going to give you 3 in the first one and 2 in the second one. Now, this is something that if you're using my Excel sheet, you're going to have to calculate yourself. If you're doing it on the application, it's going to do it for you. So as you add your projects in, some of you may be adding your projects and realizing, hey, man, I added in a 10-month project. It's only giving me 5. It could be because those 5 months are overlapping with another project. So keep in mind the overlaps, right? So once again, if you got a 3-month project, January to March, it'll give you 3 months. But if you add another one in that started in March, that went in May, it'll only give you April and May because it says, hey, I already give this guy a month worth of project management in the previous project. So that's how it counts overlaps. All right, it only counts 1 month of that overlap. Keep that in mind. The application will do it by itself. If you're following my spreadsheet, you got to calculate yourself. I'm not an Excel whiz. I know I got 62 certifications. I was going to say, am I certified in Excel? I actually am certified in Excel, but I can't remember most of it. Go figure. Okay, have some fun filling out this spreadsheet. Go through it. I recommend fill out the spreadsheet. Get it up to the 36 months that you need, or the 60 months. Keep doing it till you get it. And then when you're ready, you can start inputting on the application. But don't forget, you need to put the actual description. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's move in now to the description and the big one, how to write it.